Hey guys, Will here from Chill Will Games. Today I'm going to show you a video about how I got to my level 544 on Bloodborne, and a little bit of a backstory how I got into this predicament. Now, the very first thing you want to know is that in Bloodborne there are a couple of milestones you have to achieve. Probably the first one is passing that first enemy without seeing the words "you died." Then is that first upgrade. Only a couple of echoes. Then it's your first playthrough. After that, it's the DLC. And if you want to get your platinum, it'll take another 3 playthroughs to get all those alternative endings. Then you need to get to Game Plus 7. Ooh, the dreaded chalices, fighting your way through them and trying to collect all the materials and all the things and all the weapons you need to get that platinum trophy done. And probably the final crazy one is to get your character up to level 544. And just to give you an idea, your last upgrade on this character, once you hit 544, will be just over 4.8 million echoes. Well, it took me almost a year of playing, but I made it. So here's my run up to 544. I think once you are going to go for that 544 trophy, you want to get there as quickly as possible, and farming around in the nightmare gives you the best opportunity to get the most echoes out of each run. Alright, so while you're watching me fighting my way through the nightmare of Memphis, let me tell you a little bit of the backstory of how I got here. I've always been a PlayStation fan. I got the PlayStation 1 quite early, collected hundreds of games on it, and played it almost every day. So when the PlayStation 3 came out, I decided to get it and started playing games every single day, and got hooked on titles like Grand Theft Auto and Uncharted and all those old goodies. So when the PlayStation 4 came out, initially I wasn't an early adopter of it, but in early 2018 they announced that they were going to release the VR set, and that intrigued me. I've been following the VR technology for years, and it was quite a good price point. It was quite a good place to get one. So I decided to get the PlayStation purely on the VR and what the VR meant for the PlayStation. So the very first game I played on PlayStation VR was I think Resident Evil 7. And if you ever get the opportunity, it's quite a different approach to gaming. Your whole body gets involved in it, and your brain tells you you're gonna freak out. So I didn't have a PlayStation Plus yet. I didn't know about all the free stuff you got with it. I didn't actually know what it was all about. Till I saw a special, something ridiculous, just made sense to me. So I got it. And I put my VR set on one night, and people started talking to me, real people. It was pretty cool. But at that point I realized, alright, I've got this PlayStation Plus thing now. I got all these gadgets, all these games, but I got no friends. Got no friends to play with. So at that stage I had a Facebook following of about 5,000 people, and so one day I decided to do a quick post to Facebook, and I remember I asked everybody I knew there if there were any other guys like me, maybe guys that also interested in PlayStation. I needed some friends, you know. Yes. And then on the 28th of January 2018, one guy replied. He said to me, "I'll join you, and we'll play some Bloodborne." And I've never heard of that game ever. So I added him as a friend. His name is Mike. He stays in a South African town called Costa. And we started doing the PlayStation partying thing. And I remember the first time I played this game. I just ran up to the first enemy, and he just whacked the hell out of me. When I saw those words, "You died," I went back. I saw those words again, "You died." I went back. So Mike suggested we should get my first insight. He could show me around the game and help me out a little bit. And we did that. And eventually I got a bit more hooked, and got a little bit better. And then we decided to maybe go for my platinum, and we did the game +7. Then I started upgrading all these weapons to level 10. And then one day it was like a little fuse in my head went off. And I said, alright, Will, you're going to do 544. Now doing your 544 in Bloodborne is like taking on a day job. You have to get your calendar right, you have to put your character on, you have to farm every single day. So I put my schedule out and I said, alright, if I do about half an hour each day, I will achieve the goal in about 6 weeks. And there it started. So this whole video is just to share with you that last run just before I did the 544 upgrade. I think one of the final runs I got really cocky and I started the run with like 0 blood vials. But yeah, we made it. Yes, and little did I know that not even a year and a half later, Mike and I would be the moderators of a very popular PlayStation community called the Bloodborne 544 Club. Our members are growing every day, and I'd like to just thank everybody for that. So guys, hopefully I inspired you a bit, and maybe you want to go for your 544. And yeah, once you get it, just remember here in the Bloodborne community we always give back, eh? So keep on helping those other guys, keep on ringing those bells, and get each other there. Alright guys, get yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and let's do this. Welcome to my 544 run. As I said there, just to make it interesting, I was going to go for like 0 blood vials and go to the messengers and just sell everything I have, and just to be cocky, you know, make it more interesting for the last run. Only a couple of million echoes to be wasted. Right. Hopefully this would be the last time I visit this gravestone. And then, of course, notice where you gotta go. You gotta go for those vials. So this last run gets pretty repetitive. You're doing the same thing over and over again. But what I can tell you is, at that point there, I didn't want to risk too much by those first couple of dogs there and those crows. You know what dogs are like in Bloodborne. They are unpredictable, and if you want to go for your last run, you don't want to waste opportunity or lose your blood vials to a dog and then have that same dog take it away from you. I think at this stage, well, we were like 600,000 blood vials, and I think, yeah, because it's the final run, I didn't even go for that guy. And I think as we get near the end, I'm going to concentrate a little bit more on getting the big guys. And nice echoes. Just reading that page. And then it's quite a decent payload, between 8,000 echoes. Run past the new guys. Explain to you now what my method to madness was. And you can see those pigs almost fell on me there. And there's the method to my madness there. It's because I'm going to be doing it quite a couple of times in this run, I will explain it to you. But for now, I will tell you that you can see I put the scores as I kill the people. I put the scores on screen, and you should be able to see, like there, I just got like 31,000 blood echoes. So you should be able to see those scores. Now, the funny thing about this is, you'll see that sometimes I'm going to go right to the top and or right to the bottom where the shadows are, and I'll be accumulating blood vials, but I wouldn't actually fight anybody. And that's a little trick that I've learned. Oh, you gotta love the visceral. Shame. Kudos for From Soft for just designing an amazing game. You just play it over and over and over again, and you never get sick of it. Rinse and repeat. Visceral the pig. And you can even see at this where I am like right now, not level 444 yet, level, I mean 544, it's level 543 already, and you can even visceral a pig. You still have to put in that last little chop to kill him. And I was always wishing that the character could be a little tougher, so we could just visceral the pig once and it would be done with. It even shows you that at that higher level, you still need to put that little shot in, and sometimes you forget, sometimes you're in a bit of a hurry. You leave that little piggy standing there, and before you can open your eyes, he's right behind you. Sometimes those pigs don't follow you quite accurately enough, so you go back and you check if they were actually in the fight. Now in this instance, you can see that both of them are still there. Now you can lure them, shoot them with a gun, and what I was trying to tell you guys earlier is that I figured out that the shadows really hate the pigs. So if you can get a pig to follow you, and you can introduce that piggy to a shadow, those two will probably get into a little bit of a battle. Not probably, they will get into a battle. And that's what I try to do here, because just to save time and farm some blood vials more to the end. I didn't think I wasted my time to get after that piggy again, but what you do is you wanna get past those first couple of guys. Those guys that give you the 30,000 round about there, those echoes. Visceral that first pig. You'll see if I'm in the right, he gives you about 128,000 echoes. And once you passed that pig, you mustn't wait too long, because the top sequence has already started. The top pigs are on their way down. So what you want to do is you want to sort of brush past them, lure them out a bit. You want to get them to follow you to where all those shadows guys are standing, and hopefully they will start hitting each other and they'll sort each other out, and you get all those accumulated points for not really killing anybody. That's like 31,000 echoes. We're at 1 million right now, which is a fourth of the way there. I always enjoy this when you visceral this pig and you sort of turn extreme to the right. He'll just bend there with you, like he's like ran into that wall. So yeah, I'm trying to lure these guys. Just run in front of them, run straight past this wall, aim for that tree about 45 degrees, go around, hope that they fall behind you, which didn't look like they did over there. Let's see if any points get accumulated without, there we go, 128,000, 162,000, 291,000. Before I even killed that guy, I had almost 300,000 blood echoes accumulated by just those top guys sorting each other out. Not me even having any participation in that. Sometimes you get the timing wrong. You run for that, as I say, that tree, go down there and to kill those bottom two shadows, and sometimes you have to go back, lure those pigs back. So 1.5 million echoes to go. Half a cup of coffee to go. Halfway there. Not actually halfway. We need about 4.1 million echoes. The actual exact amount that you need for that last upgrade is 4181899. And once you've done that upgrade, there's no more to be upgraded, because every single one of your weapons, everything will be at 99. But it does show you that your next upgrade would be like 4.2 million. I think earlier on I said 4.8. I don't know where I got that. Alright, let's try and do this again. Just run straight past that little wall, 45 degrees over, turn, and don't hit the... Yeah, that was perfect, because a pig just fell right behind us, and you should see some points accumulate without... There we go. 176,000 before you even realize that. That's the way you want to go. That's like the easiest way you're going to get to your 4 million echoes, but you also want to be safe, right? You don't want to just risk things. So that move I made for a lot of guys, especially my friend Mike that taught me this game. A couple of times he watched me do that move and say, oh, that's a little bit too close for comfort, that one. But it's really just about the timing. I mean, as long as the pig doesn't fall on top of you, as long as he falls behind you, that's cool. You know, it means he's gonna go ahead and fight those shadows. What you can always do if you got the time is once you get past those pigs, you can always just turn around a little bit and then watch the show. It's like a massive brawl going on up there. In this case, I'm trying to get, we're halfway there, 2.1 million echoes. I'm trying to get there. I'm still getting hit here and there by a stray fireball or something stupid. Luckily, I don't think I died in this last 4 million run. That's 128,000 there. And as I said earlier, rinse and repeat. Just same thing. Get your timing right. Go for that tree. Turn over and big falls behind you. That means the shadows are busy sorting him out, and then sort these bottom guys out. By this point, if you're actually going for your 544, by this point it is just it's like second nature. You know, this whole run becomes like second nature. You do exactly the same over again. Hit a bold hunter's mark to go back, because you know where the big echoes are. Not worried about the small stuff anymore. We're at 2.6 million right now. I remember the adrenaline pumping. I mean, I've been at it for like more than a year. In the past 6 weeks, I've been investing a little bit of my time, a little bit of my effort, a little bit of my soul in the Souls game. Every single day to get to this point. The last 4 million echoes to do the final upgrade to 544. I can't believe I actually went after that guy and went back. I just saw him up there down. Got another 30,000 for it. But my advice would be, at this stage, even if you just want to just kill this pig, it's an easy one. Go back and do it again. And one more little shot. 128,000 echoes. Getting close to the 3 million mark now. Getting close to my cup of coffee being almost empty. Of course, if you play this this round for the first time. The bell ringing woman would be just right over there. And what you really want to do is you want to sort that woman out. The very first thing you do before you start farming these echoes. You can imagine you got like 4 million echoes and somebody invades you and takes all of the echoes away. It's not just actually losing it, but just you've been working so hard for it. Right over there, I should have just kept on running. $3.2 million echoes. Yeah, about 1 million to go. So there I sacrificed the blood vial for a couple of bullets. Started at 0, but now because I'm shooting everybody, I need bullets more than I need the vials. There's something you've never seen before. A little piggy turned sideways. Yes, getting so close now. Hopefully at the top they're there. I think we're going to destroy this guy. Okay. Just for a change of pace. 3.5 million. And about another 500 to go. You always, before going back to the Hunter Stream, you always make sure that you got that exact amount. You don't want to go there and come back. You've been at this too long. All right, so the final couple of points here. Let's see. Just went past those guys. I don't care anymore. But I'm just gonna go past this guy. I don't care anymore. I want to go where the big bucks is, and the big echoes are. First of all, this dude. And, make sure he's dead. And his two friends to follow me. Down the wall, over to the tree, down the side, down the lane. Come on, show me some points. There we go, 128,000 for those top guys killing each other. And then, and this should, hey, there we are, the 4 million mark. 1.8 to go, eh? 181,000, 182,000 acres to go. Now, by this point, you really can't explain the excitement to anybody. It's just, it's just incredible, amazing to be here. People find it hard to understand, but if you're really into Bloodborne and you really want to become part of that 544 club, this is where the adrenaline starts pumping. The pure excitement, it's the euphoria. Oh, there, 4.1. I think I just had to make sure. I think we had a round about the exact amount of echoes, but just to make sure, just to be a little bit over, just for the sake of just doing this one last time. There we go. Little piggy shouting down the wall. to the trees, to the side, 4.2 million echoes, down to the bottom, 4.4 million echoes, and then I died at this guy. Just joking. And ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. There we have it. 4.6 million echoes. I wanted to just stand there and do every single gesture I could, except sit down. That's the last thing I want to do is sit down. Take that bold hunter's mark all the way back, and yeah, after all that work, go and do that upgrade. See, I almost went for it again. In such a routine, I just wanted to do another run. And I went back to the hunter stream for the last time. From here, it's pretty useless. You can never upgrade again, so you're just going to use all your echoes on fire paper. There we go. Vitality, all on 99, and the last one on 99. 544. Ooh. Come on, confirm. Yes. There you have it. The day I achieved my 544. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a pleasure bringing it to you, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.